Hello there, and welcome to the virtual tour of Tetbury Magistrates Court. For a while it's been brought to our attention that able-bodied members of the public were not able to access the courtroom due to the conditions of the building. So this is our answer, a virtual tour of the Magistrates Court. I'll be taking you in a clockwise pattern around the room, starting from my left, coming round to my right. Behind me is the magistrate's bench, where our mock trial is in session. In the dock is one Nicholas Pincher. Mr. Pincher stands accused of theft under the Larceny Act. Mr. Pincher is accused of stealing a rabbit, a quantity of vegetables and some ladies' underwear from a property in Long Street, Tetbury. He is appealing for bail, which the police are reluctant to do so. To my right, just out of shot, is his aunt, Mrs. Betty Dainty, who is standing bail of £25 for him. If Mr. Pincher fails to attend court, Mrs. Dainty will forfeit either half or all of this £25. On the table behind me are a number of displays. For instance, we have props showing the total value that Mr. Pincher stole and the total amount of his bail. Out of interest, the total amount that he stole came up to £2, 10 shillings and 4p. We also have several books. For instance, like the one I'm holding in my hand, the 20th edition of Moriarty's Police Law. Yes, quite ironic. But, however, this is not the infamous villain Professor Moriarty that you are thinking of. No, this is in fact Chief Constable Moriarty, who wrote Moriarty's Law. A staple of British policing. We also have, on the table, two examples of headgear. For instance, this is a custodian helmet bearing a night plate, used for when officers went out on night patrol and did not wish to be seen by a passing torch. On the opposite side of the table, we have a flat cap bearing the badge of a special constable. Special constables are part-time police officers. They have the same powers of arrest, but they also have regular 9-to-5 jobs. This ends the first part of the tour. We'll now move on to the cold cases. The next item on our tour is our cold case board. A cold case is a case that has been left open by the police because there is insufficient evidence to either solve it or close it. We have many examples on our board and in our extended files. However, the prime examples we have on the board here are the Tetbury poison pen letters, the stolen bicycle, and the case of Morning Anne. Both the Tetbury pen letters and Morning Anne have yet to be solved even to this day. However, cases like the stolen bicycle are resolved, but they appear on the board for their renownedness. We'll now move on to the activities for children. This is our activities table. This is where children who visit the museum either with their families or with their schools, can do such activities. We have a range of activities for children, such as jigsaw puzzles, crime-related activities such as fingerprinting, and just a bit of good old colouring. Looks like a previous visitor left their artwork. Very pretty, isn't it? In addition to this being our activities table, this is also where we'll seat members of the public. Yes, that's true. This courtroom is still in use because when this courtroom is not open to the public for museum purposes, this is the council chamber for Tetbury Town Council, as the building was sold off to the Town Council by the Constabulary in 1970. You'll probably hear that in my video about the history of Tetbury police stations. In addition to hosting council meetings, as I said, the building also hosts public venues. On a previous occasion, we've managed to have 2 illusionist shows here, with approximately 100 people managing to fit in. When this was a courtroom, there was a row of panel seating moving back up along the ridge. The building, or rather the room, is at a slight jaunt, as you can see by the way that the wall slopes upwards. That concludes the activities table. We'll now move on to the telecommunications area. This is the telecommunications area. So called because it's where we have the telephone. And this is no mere prop. This is actually a working telephone. What do I mean by that? Now. Hello, Tetbury Police Station, Sergeant Dave speaking. It is, sir. You want to report a theft? Your brother's bicycle's been stolen. Yes? Okay, on 3 house. Okay, so give me the details. Okay, so your brother's visiting you. Right, so it's left it outside by the stable. Yeah? Okay, it's gone. Okay, I see, sir. Yes, sir. I understand. Yes, I'll certainly send someone. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'd like a description, please, sir. Uh-huh. So you say you saw them? Okay. Right, I see. Yes, sir, I'll get a constable along shortly. Don't you worry, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye. Well, it would seem that someone's bicycle's been stolen. I better get one of the constables out to that. In addition to this being our telecommunications area, it also displays our coronation plaque for the coronation of King Charles. It demonstrates how Tetbury has a close connection with the royals, what with Highgrove just being southwest of the town, just outside of Westonbirt. We also have a connection with Highgrove in that one of our volunteers was a former police officer there. That's correct, yes. One of our volunteers served 30 years in the Gloucestershire Constabulary, and the twilight of his career was spent at Highgrove. We're told that he even stopped the Prince, as he was then, from stealing police property in the form of a pedal cycle. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that tour of Tetbury Magistrates Court. Unfortunately, none of my constables are available to take that stolen bicycle call, so I'm going to have to go myself. Afternoon all.
Before we wrap up the video, just a quick reminder. In the initial months of 2024, the museum will be operating on an appointment-only basis. This is to allow volunteers to undertake major administrative and maintenance work, such as the introduction of new exhibits and displays and applying fresh coats of paint to rooms so that the public have a sparkling new museum to explore upon us officially reopening February 14th. For more information, go to www.tetburypolicemuseum.org.uk.